What is good, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Today we're going to be doing a quick review on the brand new Heavy Bones, I guess you could say album or demos, whatever you want to call it, but it is the volume one from the real Heavy Bones. Now, if anyone's familiar with Heavy Bones, they did release one album in 1992, and that is with Joel Ellis on vocals, Frankie Banali on drums from Quiet Riot, Gary Hoey on guitars, and then Rex Tennyson on bass. And obviously, most people know Frankie Banali from Quiet Riot. Gary Hoey has very good solo output. A lot of people know him from that. And then also, Joel Ellis comes before this. Heavy Bones comes from Cats and Boots. Now, when we interviewed Joel a couple months ago, he was talking about what this project all entailed.
South Orange County to pick this machine up, and then had to pay to have it tweaked and then dialed in, and then get the tapes in there and have the tapes digitized, and the whole engineering digitizing, which was done by Dan Johnson in Burbank. Brilliant guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that just gave me the music straight off the tape in digital form. And then I had to actually drive my car, which the machine fit in the trunk of my little, BMW that I had. And I drove it across country to Cleveland, where I'm at, to the studio where I'm working with my production partner, Mike. And all these things are just so time consuming and expensive. They're just little peripheral expenses that you see. But then the production time to get into it, the deeper we got into the production of mixing and remixing these tapes, the more we realized how great we could make this record without changing the performance at all.
A lot of these songs were leftovers, so Joel had to grab them. He did a splendid job with making them sound very good, not very demo-y. There's a rawness to it, but it's very well done, produced, if you will, and really good packaging here too. I enjoy it. Here's the back. This is the CD version. I believe he does have vinyl as well. Now you also do get a little booklet in here in the CD package as well, just with like lyrics, some notes, and then like also some pictures from back in the day and such. Very cool stuff while you're listening to it. And now I gotta say, if you guys have been around my channel here, the Crash Course Metal Show, you know how much this album means to us here and the channel. And this demo, like I kind of had my reserves a little bit for it. I thought, you know what, usually when a band or a band member kind of like goes back, releases demo stuff, it doesn't usually sound good. There's not really that much good material on it. But I was super impressed with this album.
Hell yes.
But you really only get 4 tracks from the debut album, and then the other 7 tracks are new material, if you will, stuff that hasn't been released or really heard or officially released, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, certainly like some of the songs you get that are the same are for AMTM, the single, but it's an alternate version, which it's a good version. You also get Turn It On, which is an extended version, which I really enjoy the original, but I do like listening to the extended version because like the last like minute or so of the extended version, Gary just does like really good emotional guitar playing that really like kind of sends you off on that song, and it's perfect. It's really good, it's a really good extended version of the song. And then you also get songs like Love Won't Let Me Down, pretty much the same as the one on the debut album, but it's an alternate version. And then you get Summers in the Rain, which is like an original home recording, I believe, or a home demo. But that's it, though. There's nothing really from the same exact thing from the debut album. So you do get different stuff here, and then also some of the songs that are unreleased or new. You get Bad Little Bobby Blue, Really cool. Kind of like it to me. I would say this one is a mix, really, between like 4 a.m. and something Cats and Boots would do. It's really like a product of those two things. Really good. Friends, really good. Mid tempo ballady type feel. Really good. Very emotional. Joel has very emotional stuff throughout this whole album because I would say a decent amount of songs. I would say maybe about half or so. I would say are more on the mid-tempo side, slower side, where Joel really expands on his vocals, very very heartfelt stuff. And Gary's playing is very emotional too on some of these songs too. Like you feel what Joel's feeling, but you also feel Gary feeling it too through the guitar, through the tone, through the solos and stuff like that. So and then thinking or I'll be thinking of you is another like slower type ballad. I really enjoy the chorus on that. Say goodbye, same kind of deal. Very good emotional style song, emotional chorus, great lyrics. And that's the thing, like when Joel was talking to us in the interview, he was kind of telling us like how he ended up writing like Anna, off the debut or like certain songs. And it's just really cool. Like you hear some of what he was explaining in the interview and like how he was writing it and how they wrote it. And you hear it on tape then. It's you feel exactly what they're trying to describe, and it's pretty cool. So you got track number 7, Voodoo. It's okay. Nothing super special. It is going to stay on the iPod, but nothing to really write home about. It is a faster paced song though, and more in your face type song compared to the last 4 songs that we just talked about. And then you got track number 8 and 9, Love Won't Let Me Down, and then Summers in the Rain. But if you want to hear my thoughts on those songs originally, go to my Heavy Bones album review as well and check that out. But also then coming up here on the 10th track, you got Man on the Moon. Another, I would say, slower paced, but it hits more on the bluesier side of things. When I listen to this compared to some of the other ones, slower paced ones, I feel more of a bluesy feel. Good stuff nonetheless. I'm a big fan of blues, so I'm right at home with Man on the Moon. Good stuff. Another unreleased track. And then you finish off here with For My Queen, track number 11. This one I do like, but it's just okay. And I honestly don't know if it's going to stay on the iPod. I don't know. It could just be where it is on the album, like having it at the end here and just having like the acoustic style guitar and vocal combo there. It's just I'm kind of ready for it to end. So maybe if it was just cut in half, it would work a little bit better. At least having it on the final track. But it's good. Nothing hateful on it at all. But if you guys love the debut album here from 1992, and you guys are like, damn it, I just wish I would have heard something more, another album or another EP from them, and just to see what they would have had, this is it right here. This will not let you down. No pun intended. Exceeded my expectations from it because I remember when I was talking to Joel, and he said, "Yeah, I'm kind of working on this demo album type deal here project for Heavy Bones," and I was like, "That's awesome. I just hope it's up to par, or it's like I said in the intro, kind of like I just hope it's not a letdown." And certainly is not that. It is not a letdown. So yeah, this it hasn't been out long. It's only been out for about 6-7 months now. I think it came out at the very end of 2023. But yeah, check it out on vinyl if you're interested in the vinyl stuff. But CD has them too, has t-shirts and stuff like that. So I would say here the last couple times I listened to this album, I've been really digging Friends, I'll Be Thinking of You, and Say Goodbye. The mid-tempo slower tracks. I don't know, it's just really good and heartfelt. And they're even back to back to back. And usually I don't like to put that kind of style song or like ballads back to back to back on an album, or just in a mix of something like this. But it works. I think I don't get tired of it. It's just, it works. They're just good songs that stand up on their own, no matter the mix of the album or the CD. But those 3 songs I would say are my favorite as of now, anyway. But I will also shout out the Turn It On extended version, because that's right. Because Turn It On, the original version, is absolutely like a masterpiece of a ballad, and it's very hard to top. It would be very hard to top it. But this is very close because I do love the guitar work at the end from Gary, and it's just awesome. So that's a shout out for Turn It On here on this album. But guys, that pretty much wraps up a lot of what I had to say. But if you guys want to know more about this album, go check out our interview that we had with Joel right here. And also, let me know what you think of Heavy Bones, the new album here, and then also the original album. Let me know what you think of the OG release. But guys, thank you for watching the Crash Course Metal Show. If you enjoy what we do here, bring in the forgotten bands and albums, and also the unknown bands and albums, click the subscribe button. Hang out with us for a little while. We love having you here. We love spreading this unknown and forgotten metal to everyone, and every one of these bands deserves to have, you know, some kind of spotlight shown on them, because they just get lost in time for the most part, and it's just a shame. And guys, until next time, stay out of that collateral damage. I'm Trevor Crash Knight, and if you guys really enjoyed this video, check out this video right here.
Yeah, I wrote that. It's called I Want to Rock Your Body. And then in parentheses it says to the break of dawn.